Hey, did you happen to notice that I have a Yosh t-shirt?
Oh, nice.
I love it so much.
Ah, that you
It's
have like 12 Yash t-shirts in different
Yeah, I do.
all the primary colors.
All different colors, all that. It has to be red because that was the color of the poster.
I
Okay,
know,
yeah.
I know.
But yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm gonna look for more though. And that, speaking of that, Hrithik Roshan, who's the star of Bang Bang. I
Yes.
have been trying to find a shirt with him on it, and they are not good. I don't like any of them so far, but I
Why
keep
are they
looking.
not good? There's just the
They're just a
design is
little
kind of
cheesy
poor.
looking. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
like this one's cool because it's kind of high con, and he looks really cool in it. But the other ones looks like it's made for like someone who's 15 or something. They're just a little
oh.
too four color. They aren't treated. But
Hmm.
anyway, enough about my
Oh,
fashion.
well, if he or any of his people are watching, then listen. She's a professional. She knows what she's talking about as far as design and fashion. So,
I'm not just going off. It's like I do
uh,
know what I'm talking about, and
uh,
I want to make my own shirt. That's what I think I'm getting to the point where I'm just gonna make my own Hrithik Roshan shirt
and
because
they'll be kick ass too. By the way, believe
and I
me.
won't be able to sell them because he owns the rights to his own image. But I'll make one for myself.
We'll make some phone calls. Let's see if
We need to work on that.
one of our
Okay.
commenters can kind of
So
make that
needless to
happen.
say, I'm becoming a fan of this guy because he's so cute. Okay.
He is.
Here
Before we
talking about
start,
bang, bang. But
yes, but
first of all,
let's just first of all, we love all the comments and keep them coming.
love
And
it.
if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that and like anything and just talk. Yeah, there you go. Do
Yeah.
that. That would be great because we really appreciate the comments. We go through read every single one. We try to
We do.
reply to most of them. So
Mhm.
we love it.
We
So
do.
keep them
Please,
coming.
please tell us more. Tell us what you want us to watch, what you want to see. And,
Yes.
we're giving, and keep in mind, we're only 3 people and we do have jobs. So we do this on the side. So it's hard to do a ton of them, but we are going to do a ton, but sometimes it just takes a little bit of time.
Just be patient because the list is long, keeps getting longer, which is great. We love it,
Love
but
it.
we just try to take our time with these and make sure we give each film the time and effort it
Yeah,
deserves.
exactly.
So this film is, as Kathy mentioned, Bang Bang. It was a Hindi language Indian film that came out about 7 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
starring Kathy's guy.
The question. I'd
Hrithik
say the
Roshan
man with the eyes.
with the green
That's what I
eyes.
call him.
And Katrina Kaif, I hope that's how I pronounce her last name, and
Yeah.
she's also
She's great.
quite beautiful and
So
very
fun.
funny, very good.
Yeah.
So it's just a
Really fun.
really fun sort of kind of a buddy action comedy
Mhm.
thriller, and it gets going from the get go. As you can see here, there's a lot
Crazy
of
action. So
yeah,
much action in this. What's kind of interesting about it too, and I don't think people realize that this film is actually based on a Tom Cruise film that starred Cameron Diaz um, as his sidekick, and we'll show a little clip from that too because it's very interesting just to see. Whoops. Um, so they have a lot of similar scenes in it. There's this great scene where he's doing all the acrobatics, jumping on cars and getting on motorcycles, just like Hrithik Roshan does. And I'm probably saying
right.
his name wrong. I'm sorry. I do love him, but I may not be saying his name correctly. Um, so I think that's really interesting that they took this film and turned it into a modernized, 2014 modernized, same thing, kind of not really a buddy picture. What would you call it? A sort of an action seduction comedy?
Yeah, I think of what was the movie from a Midnight Run but it was two guys. It was De Niro and Charles Grodin, and it's sort of like an unlikely duo combo, kind of going through
Mhm.
life, and they're
Right.
sort of at odds with each other, but they end up going through these adventures throughout the whole film. And of
Right.
course, here there's romance involved, and
Yeah.
they're both two beautiful people.
Well, was
And
a funny and there's a great dance sequence because he is known for his incredible dancing. And when I first started watching these Indian films, I thought, oh, these dance sequences are going to seem so out of place because I'm not used to it because I'm used to Western films and we don't usually do music sequences just in the middle of dramas or action
right,
films.
right.
I have become addicted to them. I love them now, especially when you see dancers like him who's so precise and so like just nailing it. You so appreciate it when you see that. You're like, now that's what good dancing looks like. Now
And
I
al-
get it.
and also it sort of moves the story along, moves the
It does.
emotions along. So there is a place for it. But yeah, at first you go, okay, they're throwing this in. It just seems sort of haphazard, but it's
Yeah.
not. So
And usually there's like like you said, there's a plot line, sort of they're talking about the plot in a way in the song that's sort of telling you what they're thinking a lot of times.
right,
And it's not just like, oh, we're doing a dance number. There's a little bit going on in there, and then they cut back to the action as if it never happened. It's almost like a fantasy sequence. But
Yeah.
sometimes they actually build it into the movie where the leads just start dancing and they have a big scene, and then they're like, okay, we had our dance,
Well,
and then it's even cooler. So
it's very much like those Hollywood musicals from the 30s and 40s, where they would just sort of happened and then you went back to the story. So it's been around forever. Night and Day is the film the Tom Cruise Cameron Diaz film from 2010.
I'm just gonna hold on this for a second.
Okay.
Hi, that's my shirt.
Show Katrina, please.
Oh yeah, I'll be sure and get right to that.
She controls the video, but it's a totally fun film, and it's talk about the ending, Kathy.
So I'm not going to give away the ending. No, well, part of the gimmick, and when you see this in the trailers, there's this countdown, where he's just like 10, 9, 8. It's really cool in context of the film that he does this at the end. I kept waiting for that scene because it just seemed cool in the trailer.
Right.
But when I was watching it, I'm like, there's the scene where he counts. And I literally had to rewind it and watch it again. But yeah, it builds, it has the same thing. A lot of the Indian films, as we're finding, it hits so many notes. It starts off kind of romantic comedy. It goes to like kind of hijinks, high action, but pretty light. And then it goes into a pretty serious, kind of dark moment. It kind of gets darker and darker. And then the ending is, pretty extreme also, but it still keeps that little bit of a wink, but there are stakes. So at the end, it's not just like this frivolous thing. It's like stuff's happening, people are dying, and that's part of the deal. But it was actually just a fun, the stunts are nuts. They have these strange, like, boots that fly you over the water. It's just bizarre. It's just really fun to see. Oh, sorry, I put that up there again. I'm so sorry.
Good Lord. But
so you
I
can
think
see anytime you see the happiness, that's a dance sequence because they're in love. Well, they don't think they're in love, but we all know they are.
They are. Of course they are.
They're definitely.
They're made for each other, and but it's going back to the tonal shifts. The more we see that, the more it makes sense, and we're used to it. And it's, I think one commenter called it masala film of masala genre, which is like a little bit of everything mixed in together, kind of like a lot of different spices thrown in, and you sort of roll with it. Okay, now it's going to be funny. Now it's going to be serious. Now it's going to be a dance sequence, and and that makes up a movie, which is cool.
And it's
like
hugely
a real experience.
entertaining.
Which is why we go to the movies, right?
Which is why I go to the movies. And that's why I love these things. And, honestly, I have to say, because I saw Night and Day when it came out, and I thought, well, that wasn't very good. And then I saw this, and I'm like, I know it's a silly film, and it's just for fun, and everybody's having fun, but I thought it was way better than Night and Day. It just had more bulk. It had more fun. It had bigger stunts, cooler stuff. So sorry, Tom Cruise.
Well, I'll agree with you because I don't remember Night and Day. I think I saw it, but I don't remember a single thing it was huge. About it. Yeah, I know. It made a lot of money. It made $262 million. Yeah, so it was a big film. Two big stars.
Because it was a great pairing.
Yeah, I just don't remember the movie.
Well, because it wasn't very good. Okay. I mean, that's basically what happened.
Yeah.
But it is a lot of the same things where, she's getting abducted, he has to rescue her. She doesn't know if she can trust him because he's done some pretty shady stuff. She sees him, killing people and landing on her car. And it's like, who is this guy? What is he doing?
Right.
But that's sort of the fun of it too, is that you knew that it was Cameron Diaz, it was not going to be too heavy a movie. And I guess when you have these two actors like in Bang Bang, it's just gonna be a good, fun, fluffy, crazy with just a little bit of spice of some danger, and it's just a fun movie.
And it's called Bang Bang, which is
Bang.
Gives you an idea of what the film's about. But we enjoyed it very much, and it's really fun for us to sort of see every movie we see, and we haven't seen a lot, but we're seeing more and more. Get more, and we also get to see the differences, between the different types of film industries in India. Like now we're starting to become educated by the different types of movies we're seeing. So that's all
still
good,
be patient with us. We are still learning.
Oh, it's
more complex. And more. We're figuring it out and appreciating it because, this is a new genre for us. We haven't seen a lot of Indian films. And so this has been a real education, and it's been really fun just to see the different genres and the different actors and, learning the actors and who they are. And, it's really fun.
You start
So
following the stars. That's all about
yeah,
what movies are. You
follow the stars. Gosh.
to Yash. But thanks for as always for listening and watching, and we'll do another one real soon. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Tell us what you want to see.
Yes. Okay.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye.